Why study politics? You're thinking about coming to university. Why think about politics? Well, that's my question. Why do you want to study politics? That's the question I'm going to try to answer today. You might have, if you're sitting here, some other questions on your mind, like, isn't politics just a bunch of people on TV yapping away? Or, isn't politics just loud headlines, like the new Great Depression, something everybody is thinking about these days? Or, if you're more cynical, you might say, isn't politics boring? Here's a politician who's supposed to sort of be exciting the world, and he looks like he's asleep. So, what is studying politics really about? What I want to try to give you today is just some overview of what it would mean to come to our school and study politics. I'm not going to give you a standard lecture. I'm not going to give you a political science lecture. More an overview of the types of topics that you would encounter if you come to our school. Well, studying politics is, first of all, about how we deal with local problems. So, when we think about different local problems, here's a very graphic one that is familiar to you. It's been very much in our minds recently, flooding. Now, some people talk about flooding as an act of nature, an act of God, but flooding is an extremely political outcome. You know, the reason that New Orleans was flooded by Hurricane Katrina, the reason that Western Ireland is flooded today, the cities and the farms of Western Ireland are flooded today, reflects very much a series of political decisions. Political decisions about what to do and political decisions not to do things, even though people were calling for action. So floods are not simply acts of nature, acts of God, whatever you want to call them. They're very much reflections of political decisions. So studying politics is about studying how we deal with local problems. It's also about, obviously, it's about studying how we deal with global problems. Here I've got just one global problem, global warming, but there are all kinds of global problems that we confront and that if you come to our school that you will be thinking about, exposed to, and so forth. Studying politics is also about parliaments. It's about protesters. It's about the people in government. It's also about the people who are not satisfied with what government is doing. So we're studying parliaments, we're studying the protesters, we're studying the people who are in government, we're studying the people who are unsatisfied, who are trying to change what government is doing. We're studying peaceful ways of settling our differences, and we're studying not so peaceful ways of settling our differences. Studying politics is about when we as communities, as societies, as states decide to put up walls, and it's about when we tear down walls. This is obviously, I think obviously, the Berlin Wall coming down in 20 years ago this autumn. Studying politics is about studying why some people are rich and why other people are poor, as I said, in a world of wealth. In other words, we live in a world of tremendous wealth, and yet we know some people are very rich and some people are very poor. That's about politics, very much. Why is it that because one person is born here and another person is born there, one person carries this color passport, another person carries that color passport, they will have tremendous differences in life opportunities? Those are political processes, consequences of political institutions, political decisions. Studying politics is also about when we recognize our common humanity and when we don't. The Rwandan genocide in the spring of 1994, when 800,000 people were killed in 100 days.